Welcome, we are back with a brand new series of Zero to Hero, DPS edition. Before we get started, the lack of hype for the grand reveal in the last episode was just upsetting, so I want to see some hype in the comment section right now. No, go on, I'll wait. Now that's more like it. Now to answer any questions I'm sure you're going to ask, why Fury Warrior? Why not Arms? The short answer, I saw Noxiv blasting high keys as a Fury Warrior, and the animation and gameplay just seemed like something I'd enjoy. At the time, I didn't know Fury Warrior had an AoE cap, so the damage I'm going to be putting out isn't insane. Also, the amount of hate you get for just being a warrior is ridiculous. You could be playing out of your goddamn mind, getting the most kicks and doing all the mechanics, but if you die once, that's just a classic warrior. Also, you're never going to be topping the damage meters when you're up against a mage or a DK, so in most pulls you're going to be doing tank damage, but your true potential comes out during the boss fights. Enough of the yapping, let's dive right into this. I didn't start from scratch with this class, instead we carried on with Suffering from Season 1. He had a bit of a transformation. Instead of rocking a little shield and a tiny mace, we're now rocking two giant swords the size of my dick. No point going over the rules, you know what's up by now. We're currently sat at 623 eye level, and this is what we'll be kicking off our Mythic journey with. Let's start things off with a Rookery. Not being a tank this time around feels a little weird. 1 minute you're in a small manageable pull, and then you blink and bam, you're fighting the entire dungeon. I used to do crazy pulls like this in lower keys, so I'm no one to talk. But being in this situation myself, I know how I'd want my DPS to react. So instead of hard focusing the boss, I made it my mission to take out these thunderers before they took out us. And I did a hell of a job.
Now that's a lot of damage!
Our tank did end up slowing down after this, only chain pulling once we killed off a few mobs. Going into the second boss, our sheet was clean, until everyone decided, nah, I don't want the debuff. And before my little legs could get out there, I was dead.
Are you fucking kidding me? Why did you? Oh my god.
Another annoying thing about this boss is that after he leaps, he instantly casts Dark Gravity. This means if you're a melee, you basically can't hit the boss without risking death for a good 10 seconds. That was the only death we ended up getting this dungeon, so we cleared it out with no issues. We finished at the bottom of the meters, but I think that was actually pretty good considering these guys were 20 eye levels above me. Doing little damage is the least of our worries right now though, because we need gold. We are so broke, you can't even repair. It's so bad that I had to beg for gold in the next dungeon we did. Someone was nice enough to spare us some gold, so we had to lock in. To minimize gold spent on repairs, all we gotta do is not die, right? It's so interesting watching tanks play. Nearly everyone has different routes, just like this dude. After chainmail, we went up the right stairs. I've never been this way before, and I already knew we were in for a bad time when we immediately butt pulled. Even the mini boss on this side is terrifying, and because we beat this mini boss, the actual boss had another fireboy in it, so it was a complete mess. We went from only needing to worry about one kick to needing to handle 4. The tank again went a little crazy and pulled in 3 paladins. We had cooldowns, so we dealt with them with no problems, but the next pack had 3 paladins plus 4 casters. This would be fine in an MDI group, but this is a pug. You could give these guys 10k gold and they still wouldn't be able to find their kick button. And because I tried to be a hero and stop the cast, it came back to bite me. People were also playing the boss wrong. They were soaking before the shield went off. If this key was any higher, my tank would have been dead and we would have wiped. As a tank maid, it's been really hard not to guide the group. Normally, I type out what I want just before the boss, but I wanted this journey to feel more natural. The only time I'd ever take lead if it was absolutely necessary. The only other deaths were at the end of the dungeon. There was a bit of an overlap and the demon hunter kinda blocked my path. In reality, I should have just ran into him. At the end of the day, he's a tank. A few ticks of the beam won't kill him. We ended up getting some nice loot from this dungeon, which bumped us up to almost 630 eye level. The next dungeon was also very smooth, only 3 deaths. One was where my healer got flattened, Another was when my mage went for a swim in the pool of fire, and the last one was just a complete mystery. One minute my healer was alive, and the next minute he wasn't. We got some loot from this dungeon, a useless one-handed axe, and then we had to beg for the necklace. Twos were feeling a little easy, so we decided to go up a level and join a free Floodgate. Our first death was just unfortunate. I was too busy zugzugging to realise I was about to die. The next death was a little tight. We had no room to move about, so it was just bound to happen. Even though we were getting dog walked and the overall damage, the boss damage is where we truly shined. Well, until the final boss. Because we were pumping so hard, once our tank died, I was next on the list. Fortunately, I didn't die, but when my tank got yeeted off the map, I just knew it was GG for me. My selfish teammates ended up rezzing the tank and just left me to watch them slowly overtake me on the DPS meters. Screw those guys. We ended up getting some warbound loot, which we can use on future characters. It's safe to say we got destroyed on the damage meters. Our eye level is a bit low and I do want to push harder. So we turned to one place where we knew we could get loot fast. Tier 8 delves. I'm not going to show you the delves because, well, they're boring as hell. But I'll tell you what I got. Some wrist, a weapon from the world boss, a trinket, and another neck. We also started selling all our stuff we've been mining to get a bunch of gold. Now we're sat at 365 eye level and a bunch of gold. You'd think that'd get us into higher keys, right? Well, it didn't. So we ran our tomb overload in the hopes we would increase it. And let's just say this dungeon was rough. The whole reason I wanted to be DPS is just to zugzug and not need to worry about the game. But when the tank has no clue what's going on, it's pretty much impossible. But it's fine, we don't get tilted. Instead, we quickly explained the boss and guided him with pings. It was going well until these balls decided not to play ball and bugged the fuck out. And oh my god was it infuriating.
Hello?
Bro, the fucking... Yo, this shit is so buggy. The rest of the dungeon was also hell. Almost every pack was a mess. If someone wasn't dying, someone was butt pulling. People weren't finishing their dinner either. Instead of just killing the mob so it wouldn't blow up, instead they'd run away and leave me to die. Even in death I was still typing out the mechanics of the boss. And thank god I did, because this one can be a pain in the ass. But thankfully, it went well. Somehow we managed to get to the final boss with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Honestly, if we played it clean and no one died, we probably would have timed this key. But you already know that wasn't the case. Even though I was trying my best to help everyone with pings, there's only so much I can do. Watching each one of my party members slowly get killed on the final boss was honestly heartbreaking. All I wanted to do was upgrade my key, yet I got stuck in a dungeon with a bunch of donuts. And you know they're bad if I'm topping the damage meters. We did end up getting a 2 Darkflame cleft, and naturally you'd think that would be an easy 2 chest.
Not on my watch! Not on my watch!
What the hell was that? We still timed it, but what the hell was that? We did 2 chests out of free Rookery though, so at least we made up for the Darkflame cleft. We'll be pushing higher keys in the next episode. Hopefully some 4s and 5s. I'm not too sure what gameplay I should be showing. This is my first time doing a DPS series, so let me know in the comments what areas you'd like me to focus on. But for now, stay pumping and enjoy the show. And as always, if you like the content, subscribe. If you made it this far, we already know you like the content, so subscribe anyway. Like, comment, all of that good stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.